I got it. Now you are making $10 to $20,000 a month with your e-commerce brand consistently. And now it's the final time when you are planning to scale up your brand from whatever it is, 10, 20, 30, 40, and it has no limits. But even before you think of scaling, I would like you to take this one thing into consideration, because I see most of the time this one thing acts as the make or break factor for each and every brand that I have worked with. And guess what I'm talking about? Social branding. And please don't look at me like there's another someone talking about social branding, personal branding, and posting content and all those things. I'm not really interested in wasting your time or boring you by just revolving around all the old ideas of posting content and building a personal brand. My main goal with this video is to let you know why this particular stage of your business is very crucial to take a decision to put in some decent efforts on your social branding, and why social branding is so necessary at this particular level of your business, and how exactly it can make or break your brand. And most importantly, right after this video, how could you have a specified step-by-step framework which you can just go out and implement right now, which helps you to build your long-term brand with quick monetization. I'll be showing you some live examples so that you get to know exactly how you can do it for your brand as well. So sit back, and I suggest you to have a pen and paper with you so you have all the clarity about all the points that we are going to cover today. And before we start, one thing to tell you: if I was your customer and I saw your ad, chances are 90% of the time I need to see if this particular brand is genuine or not. And right after watching your ad, the one thing I can do is to go on your social pages. And if I don't find them relevant to what I'm looking for, guess what? I'm not gonna buy from you, because there are a hell lot of other brands selling the same product which have social credibility. And it's enough. I really don't want to convince you with all the social branding kind of stuff. Believe me or not, that is the most important thing that you should look after at this particular stage of your business. So let's get on a screen and let me tell you what exactly I'm talking about. And please don't mind me wearing this cap, because my barber really fucked up this time with my hairs. So perfect, team. Now I guess you can see my screen so that we could lean more into this kind of thing. So I'll walk you through the process that we'll be following. In the first phase, I'm going to tell you that what exact things that we need to look for, how exactly we should plan all those things. And in the second part, I'll tell you how exactly you could do this for your own brand right after this video. So we have the clarity stuff in the first part and the implementation stuff in the next part, so that you have a systematic step-by-step framework that you can implement right now after this video, and you have a better clarity on what you exactly want your social brand look like. So in the start of the video, I told you that if you are making $10,000 to $20,000 each month consistently with your e-commerce stores, doesn't mean if you made it in the last 3 months, in 6 months, if you are making it consistently for past few months, then why this particular stage of your business is considered to be the best to look at all those things. So simply, let's just understand what does it means if you are making $10,000 to $20,000 each month. So I have listed out all 5 reasons right over here. The first is, if you are making $10,000 to $20,000 each month with your e-commerce stores, that means your product is now validated. In simple language, people want the product that you are selling. So people are wanting that particular product each month, and that's why you are making a systematic range of $10,000 to $20,000 each month. Now that simply means is that your product is now validated and you have a specific market demand which is proven, because there is a paying audience. That's why you are making this amount of money each month. So it means that your product is validated, that people want your product and they are likely to pay a specific price for your product. That means your product is validated, the market demand is proven, and your offer is also working at this particular stage. And now offer doesn't mean in terms of for how much you are going to sell it. So we don't need to go very in depth with all those things. We just need to have a basic 10,000 feet overview about if you are making 10 to 20,000 at least with your e-commerce brand, what does it really mean? So we saw that your product is now validated. That means you have proven the market demand, that people are likely to pay for the product that you are selling, and whatever the price you are selling the product for is now working, though your offer is working as well. And after that, we can say that your acquisition channel is validated. Whatever channel you use, maybe Google ad, Facebook ad, 90% of the chances are that you have scaled your brand to this level by using ads module. But Please note that if your acquisition channel is validated to take you from 0 to 10,000, it doesn't mean like it will take you to 10 to 30, 40 and even further. Maybe or maybe not. So even though your acquisition strategy or your acquisition channel is validated for 10 to 20,000, it's not necessary that it is the same strategy that you would be using to scale past $20,000 and even more. And lastly, we have passed the early traction stage and you have crossed the idea and proof of concept thing, and now you are ready to focus on scaling and retention and margins. So this all things happens at the stage of $10 to $20,000, and most importantly, you are now entered the market. Now, like if you are saying that I have entered the market right now, wasn't I in the market till now? And the answer is very barely, because before you were in the testing phase, you were just testing if there is a specific demand for this product, if people really want it. And when you pass the testing phase, you have taken out a very small portion of the market who is paying you your revenue each and every month. You have got some peoples in the market who are consistently paying you that particular amount each month. That means now you have entered the market. And now, my friend, if I ask you a question, do you really think that you are the only one person selling the same product for the same price for the same market? The market is really very crowded and there are thousands of brands selling the same product, maybe with good positioning or maybe with better pricing and better offers. Then how you could make your brand to stand out in this competition and to make your customers choose you over your competitors? Make sense? That's when social branding plays a very crucial role, because now you have finally entered the market and now you could put in some decent efforts on letting your customer your brand as the first option rather than your competitors. So okay, now I got it, and now I know why social branding is very crucial at this particular stage of the business, and now I also understand that why it is so important to put in some decent effort. Now tell me how I can do this. How do I create my social brand? What are the exact steps? So let's move on to this. I hope so that you are with your notebook and pen with you so that you take notes of all this. So we start with the step 1, which is understanding your market and creating your unique brand message. Now, as I say that you have entered the market, now you need to first understand what market is over there, how many competitors do you have, what they are offering, and many different things. Now, why do I really need to understand my market or create a unique brand message, and what exactly actually that all crazy shit means? There are 1,000 different types of brands selling the same product as you with the better positioning and all the offers. And that's when you need to create a unique brand message so that you can use content to transfer that message to your audience and give them a reason to buy from you instead of your competitors. Make sense? Okay, next. So now you mean that I need to have something defined or a core reason for my customers so that they can choose me over my competitors. It should answer the why they should choose your brand over the other competitors. And that answer of why can be transferred into a message, and the message can be distributed by content within all of your audience. Got it? Perfect. Now I got it, all those things. Now tell me how I can do this. So for doing this, you just need to follow these 4 steps. You start with niche foundation. And there are a hell lot of different things that are included into niche foundations that you need to do. But the most basic and the major things that you should look for is USP, or some people calls it UVP. If you are running a brand, come on, you know what is USP and UVP. Your brand needs to have a unique selling proposition that makes you unique from all other brands, and that uniqueness make you stand out and give your customer a reason to choose you. Okay, I know it, but how could I really find a USP? It's simple. There are a lot of videos on internet about the Kano model. Go out there and search for Kano model on internet and you will get a lot of videos, and Kano model is the one thing that you will ever need to find out your USP. Now, if I have to tell you a basic overview about what Kano model is. Kano model comes with 3 different things. In this model, first you need to study about 4 to 5 competitors of yours. And once you have studied, you need to find out what is so common in all of them that they are selling. So you can just go ahead and list out all the common things which you see all these brands are doing. Now, what benefit that you can give that others are not giving? What could be the benefit of choosing your brand? You know your brand better. You brainstorm, you list out what are the benefits that the customers get after choosing your brand that others don't give. And most importantly, what is something that could act as a delighter for your brand that no one is offering. So from your competition, you have all the common things which are must-haves that you should provide, because everyone out there is providing. So these are all the must-have things that you also need to provide. Then what is the benefit of choosing your brand which you provide and which no one else? And also cherry on the top, what delighter is you are providing that no one else is providing. And using all this, you could be able to create one short marketing message so that one simple line could give your viewer core reason and a strong reason to choose you rather than your rather than your competitors. It also includes many major things like what value do you provide, what is your purpose, what's your vision. There are a lot of things if I started talking about, so this video could be 2 days longer. You must have got a basic idea about what you do, whom you sell. The next thing you need to figure out is that understanding who you're talking to, so that you have better clarity on how you should transfer the message to the audience. For just an example, let's say if my audience is old kind of people and if I'm making videos with lots of beats, do you think they're really gonna watch my videos? Because if you ask your grandparents what kind of music do they like, they possibly could be saying they like very soft and very glam music. And if you played a beat music in front of them, they'll say like, oh man, please shut this up. And if your audience is younger, what if you played a slow music in front of them? Do you think they would enjoy? Majority of the youngsters like beats in the music. So this is just a short example of understanding whom you're talking to, so that you get to know a better clarity of what actually they want, what actually do they care of. Next, creating brand identity map. And in the most of the cases, most of the brand would have created this already about what kind of colors should you use, what kind of fonts to use, many other things. Now, what's the main reason behind creating your brand identity map is that even if someone saw a video anywhere on the social platform, they must get to know that, oh man, I know this video is of that particular brand. If you throw the same piece of content on any platform, the viewer must get to know that I identified this brand by just looking at this video, and this video belongs to this particular brand. Perfect. I'm not sure why my camera just got close, but never mind. We are not going to stop over here. This is the main thing that you first need to do. Understand your market and create your unique brand message so that you are set up with all the foundations. And once you have very clarity about what your brand is, whom you are serving to, and once your foundations are ready, then we move to creating your content strategy. Now, why do I really need a content strategy for this? So that to have a clarity on what to post, where to post, when to post, and what metrics to track while making scaling easier. If you have set everything that, okay, I know these are the things that I want to post, these are the places where the post should go, and these are the timings when I should post, and these are all the metrics that I should track. And once you have all the data of all this, scaling becomes easier. And as I told you before, the main goal is to build a long-term asset with a quick monetization, which also helps you avoid the overwhelm that you get, like what to post, when to post. Oh, I'm getting so overwhelmed, man. So that's when the content strategy is so crucial. Now, okay, I got it. Now just quickly tell me, how can I do this? You can use a content quadrant method for this. Now, what does content quadrant method is mean by? If you know, a quadrant is something which looks like this, where you have 2 axes and you divide it in 4 parts, quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4th. Now, I got it, but what's the use of this quadrant? So for an example, once you got clarity about this are the specific things that I need to transfer in the people or my audience, these are the things that I should work on to get out of the competition, you write them all. Just for an example, if you are a new brand or selling something new and you have 0 social presence, so there are some posts that should be goal driven for your brand's awareness. So in the first quadrant, I'll write awareness over here. Now, few of your posts should be about telling why the customer should choose you and why they should choose you now. In the second quadrant, you add this. Maybe you are selling some products where people have wrong beliefs and fake beliefs about that, getting over wrong beliefs. And in the last time, you could add something like, now, whatever I have written down, this is just an example. It must be different for each and every brand. So as you can see in the first quadrant, I have awareness. In the next quadrant, I have why us and why now. In the third quadrant, I have proof or getting over the wrong belief my customers have and attracting new audience. Based on what I studied for my brand, I got to know that my brand needs awareness. The post could be designed in such a way that the goal of that post is to gain awareness of my brand. Some posts would be designed in such a way where the goal of that all posts could be letting people know why to choose us and why to choose now. Some posts would be designed in such a way where you let people know here is a proof that it works and why you have wrong beliefs. So you help them get over the wrong beliefs. In the fourth quadrant, design the content in such a way that attracts new audience. So this way you are very classified, you are very clear, okay, my content should be created on these 4 factors only. And this 4 factor could make my brand sustainable for long term. It would give my audience a reason to choose me over my competitors. You got it? Now it's simple that you create content around this, and I could share you a lot of things within this video, but it's so impossible because this video is already so long, and if I started sharing you how to create this kind of content and all, it could become, I already said, 3 to 4 days long. So I'll keep adding some more content on this page, or maybe in the second part I could let you know how you can create content that is goal driven. So if your goal are to get awareness, how to create content that is goal driven. So what kind of content is best for you? There are founder generated content, employee generated content, UGC, user generated content. What kind of content is best for you and what you should create? There are a lot of things that we could work on. How to make the videos engaging, how to make the viewers stop the scroll, how to, like, there are a lot of things that we can deep down, and I'm ready to show you. But before, I would like you to just do this as an homework so that you have understanding of your market and you have a USP or UVP created, so that you then move to the second thing, which you build your quadrant. And then in the meantime, I'll create a video and post right over on this channel, so that you then move to the next part for creating your long-term sustainable brand, which brings you credibility in the long term, and also how can you monetize it quickly. So this was it all about this video. If you ever think like you need a help from my side or my team, you can always reach out to me. Everything to reach to me is given down in the description box. You can just go ahead and check if we can chat together and if I can help you with your brand. I'll come up in the next part of this video. Then we will see how actually we can create content over your quadrant which you just have created. I hope so you have gained some clarity with this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep crushing it.